So the Tennessee Titans just wrapped up their second padded practice of the 2025 training camp, and it's now been back-to-back days where Cam Ward has not had his best days. Yesterday, on the first padded practice, apparently the reports were not very good at all, throwing multiple interceptions. I think he had 3, and he was inaccurate with the football. Today, a little bit better, but still had accuracy issues, and I think he threw for another couple interceptions. There's just a lot of pieces going around right now when we're talking about Cam Ward and his development. So listen, I wanted to come on here and talk about this real quick. I got a break from my job. I'm working right now, which is why I'm not in the studio. But so I wanted to talk about this as this has now came out that Cam Ward has now struggled for the past couple practices, and I've released a couple videos now on Cam Ward, and while you're seeing some really good signs, and I was talking about like he had a really impressive practice at the Titans Stadium, open and all. I've always been like, we still need to be patient, have some realistic expectations, and to not get too far ahead of ourselves. And I don't know how many negative comments I've gotten out there about like that I don't know, like no, Cam Ward is going to be the real deal. Cam Ward is going to lead us to the promised land. And listen, I'm a Titans fan first. I am very hopeful that Cam Ward is going to be that guy. I think he's got the skill set to be that guy. I think he's got the X factor to be that guy. Like, and I'm not going to compare him to other people. And I also think he's got leadership ability that can be that guy. He's also a freaking rookie that's been drafted to a terrible team, guys. I hear so many people want to compare him to Jaden Daniels last year and what Jaden Daniels did. What Jaden Daniels did for the Washington Commanders last year was incredible. But Washington Commanders, at that rate of time, is still a better roster than what the Tennessee Titans are. I don't care what their record was the year before they got Jaden Daniels. They did a heck of a job going out and getting free agents, and they've hit on rookies. The Titans have not hit on rookies for the past few times. I think J.C. Latham's going to be good, but Peter Skoronski, up in the air. We all know what Treylon Burks was now. Cam Ward has a significantly less talented roster than what Jaden Daniels did. And Jaden Daniels still is probably a better prospect coming out of college than what Cam Ward is. I'm not saying it's all gloom and doom. I think you've got to take a grain of salt from the reports of what you're going to hear about training camp. With my biggest thing with Cam Ward right now and the fans, and there's some realistic fans out there, I'm talking to the ones that's kind of not. You need to pump the brakes when it comes to Cam Ward. Not saying Cam Ward sucks, Cam Ward's trash, Cam Ward's not, I'm not saying that. I'm saying do not put unrealistic expectations and make it harder for him. Understand what the process is. He is a rookie quarterback coming to a bad organization, which is why you had the number 1 overall pick to begin with. I don't think he's got the best weapons around him. It's an offensive line that is rebuilding. I mean, they were complete trash last year. I have hopes that they're going to be better this year. It's still a young head coach. There's so many things that's going against Cam Ward. And and not only of all those things, but he's also a rookie quarterback that has to figure it out along the ways of being able to read NFL defenses, being able to adjust to the speed at the NFL level. I'm hearing, he's got a very unique arm slot on how he throws the ball. He's got to change that a little bit. Sometimes it comes in great for him to be able to manipulate the arm slots and get it at different levels when you've got defenders on the rush. But also, when you have a lower arm slot, you're having issue. Like NFL defensive ends and defense tackles are really good about knocking the ball at the line of scrimmage, and that's what's happening in practice. He's got to learn that. He's got to be able to pick up stunts. He's got to be able to shift his blocking, protection, different ways. He is learning on the fly. When you hear that he's having a not so great practice, it's not the end of the world. I don't get too concerned with that, because I understand what the process is. It's going to take time. We just need to see growth every single day or every single week. And he might have a day that's worse than the other day. And then eventually we just need to see him being able to understand, to identify, and to improve. And I just do not want to put unrealistic expectations on this guy, for not even just because of him, but because of the team around him. I'm not saying coddle him. I'm not saying baby him. I'm just saying, can we not compare him to Patrick Mahomes? Can we not compare him to Jaden Daniels right now when we haven't seen the guy take a live action preseason rep yet? And to also understand the team that he's been drafted to and what he's being asked to do. He's being asked to be the savior of this team, and he could be. But he doesn't need to be the savior today. Give the guy an opportunity to make mistakes, to learn, and to grow. And don't put unrealistic expectations on this guy right now. The biggest thing, the NFL has changed. It's not for long, and they don't want to develop quarterbacks anymore. I think there's a lot of quarterbacks out there who miss their opportunity because it's a win now league and you don't give guys time to develop. You also have seen quarterbacks go to a second place and have been very successful because some quarterbacks take time to learn and get better and develop. Steve McNair did not start right away. He sat on the bench. Then when he finally got his nod after like 2 years, he really did not play well and kind of sucked for 2 years. It was in his 4th and 5th year going into that 1999 season when he finally, 1999-2000 season, when he finally started to improve. And then he wasn't the dude until like 01-02 when he had his MVP run. But organizations back then took time and they invested 4 to 5 years in a quarterback to develop him. And now it's just not that way. Now you get 2-year tops and then they're already thinking about moving on. And it just is what it is. But let's let him have a full training camp. Let's let him have a full preseason. And then if he's ready, he starts. Guess what? If he's really bad and he's not ready, sit him. It's not the end of the world. He doesn't have to start the season. I want him to, but it's not the end of the world. Let him learn under whoever. Brandon Allen, I don't care. And then when he's time, let him have a season. And hopefully, like, you're going to see great plays from Cam Ward. But he's also a gunslinger, and you're going to see bad plays. You're going to see some misreads, and you're going to see some interceptions. Hopefully, we see more positives than negatives. Hopefully, we see him learn, and hopefully, he can win a few more games this year than what the Titans did last year. But for the people out there saying he's Jaden Daniels, he's taking this team to the playoffs, we might even win a playoff game and make it to the divisional round. It's unfair to him, and you're setting yourself up to being very disappointed. That's my rant today. I really want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. You can get at me. I hope some agree with me. I don't care either way. Let me know. Also, like I say, videos like this in the car, let me know if you're okay with these and I can do these a lot more often, be quick and talk about some stories, or do you just really prefer me to sit down, show videos, and be in the studio? Let me know what you guys think. As always, stay humble, stay kind, peace.